about to uncover for you what campus looks like. So make sure you stick around to have all your questions answered. What is campus life look like? What are the advices that I wish I had before I joined university? What are the essentials of surviving in university? What should I know before joining university? After researching for popular questions about campus for weeks and deeply reflecting about my experiences in campus, I decided to share with you through this video to help you answer all your questions and also give you advices through my experience. So stick around, the last part is what you should hear the most. I am Eunice, I'm a fourth-year student through University Kenya. I am pursuing Bachelor's of Education in Math and Physics.
First, start with what to expect in a university or a campus. University is a mix of expectation, excitement, learning, interacting, networking, being independent. First, classes takes 3 hours, roughly 2 hours to 2.5 hours. Second thing, also clubs and societies where you can join according to your own interests. On campus, you also get to become more responsible because life belongs to you.
What is it like to be in campus? In few words, generally, campus life, you don't wear uniforms. Classes are not every day and they are not every time. There's sometimes in the morning you don't have classes, in the evening you don't have classes. You are allowed to use your phones, you are allowed to get in and out of class. Exams are done at the end of the semester, cuts are done in between. There's no official thing. All communication is done through memos and through phones. What is the best part of being in campus? So for me, the best thing being in campus is that there is no one who is following up with you. There is no those punishments like in high school when the teacher has to follow you whatever thing you are doing. And this to me is a very nice experience. It's the best part of being in campus. What's one mistake first year students usually make? Okay, that is a more personal question. And to me, I can say the mistake that I did as a first year is being afraid to network. I was that student who would just associate with my fellow classmates, people who are new students like I am. I did not get that exposure like other students, interacting with people who have been in campus and know more about campus. And not having that exposure, I think it came afterwards, of which could be much better if I did network when I was a first year. How do you deal with peer pressure? First thing, you have to know who you are, what are your principles, what are your boundaries, what you can afford, what you cannot afford. You don't have to be swayed by friends or peers doing whatever things they want. Sometimes it can be good peer pressure, which is helpful, for example, attending functions that are important. Don't mind what others are going to say about you. What are the challenges in campus? In campus, don't expect that you're going to live in paradise because that's a no. When I was in high school, I used to think that campus is where you go to have fun. I used to have very high expectation about campus. I'm not going to eat githeri once again, to party, to enjoy life, to buy clothes, buy everything that I want. But campus has challenges, that's true. And the biggest challenge is finance. Finances are always limited, maybe to pay your rent, to have money for your studies, money to finance network, because you need network, of course, to study. Lack of money is real, and it's actually the biggest problem in campus. Another thing is peer pressure. It's also a challenge to most people. It might lead you to right way or the wrong way, and most people usually have their values erased because of bad peer pressure. There are a lot of challenges even in relationship. So you may fail during the exams that will lead you to get a supplementary. There's a question that asks, is kuinama real? Kuinama is a phrase that we use that you have to bend and lunch passes. Yeah, that is true. Many people usually starve with no food. I had a neighbor one day, he didn't have any food and he was locking himself in the house and staying from morning until evening. And in the evening, he would go out, get some few cakes, come in the house, eat, and that's the end of the day. Lack of finances and sometimes starving is actually real, but you don't have to worry. Sometimes starving is actually real, but you don't have to worry. The more you enjoy campus, the better you become experienced and you know how to cope with such like challenges. What is your best experience in campus? Interacting with people, interacting with friends, knowing how other communities live, what they believe in, what are their values, How do they interact with others? What is their lifestyle? I think that is the best experience I have ever had in campus. What has campus taught you? So briefly, what campus have taught me is how to be independent, is how to cope with stress and challenges. I've also been able to learn about what the world is, what is expected of me in the world, what it is to have a career, and at least to build yourself as a human being. Strive to be independent. If you would like me to discuss what campus has taught me, I can do another full video about that. What advice would I give a Form 4 leaver wanting to join campus? That don't have high expectation about campus. Just to be realistic. Campus have challenges. It also have good and sometimes hardships. They also have to interact with other people who have already joined campus, and at least they can give you some 2 or 3 advices. When you go to campus, make sure you join clubs, join communities where you are going to learn a new skill, not just what you are learning in your course, but you can also have other skills that are going to help you make extra money to start a side hustle. That is one thing that caught me in surprise in campus. I used to think that campus is where learning takes place technologically. I don't have to sit in a class, have the lecturer come in front of me and just teach. No, I used to think that we are going to use laptops, we are just going to have computers, online classes, having web meetings, such like things is what I was thinking about campus. I was also thinking that the way we used to study in high school is still the same way that we would study in campus. That we would have frequent exams, would have lecturers come, we are given results there and there. Another thing, I used to think that everyone in campus is rich. We were told stories in high school that when you get to campus, you'll have to have this high life standard. You are going to enjoy life, you're going to have people with big vehicles and big cars, with big laptops and computers and all the same. But the reality is, most people are just average people. There's no that big expectation that people are rich and all that.
What are the essentials for surviving in campus? If you are being admitted in campus for the first time, you need a phone, a smartphone that is. The reason why you need a smartphone: number one, all communication is done via a phone. All teaching and learning materials are going to be sent to you through a phone. Timetables, notes, assignments, takeaway cards, they are going to be given through WhatsApp. And so you need a smartphone that has a connectivity to the network. A laptop is important, but you can also do without a laptop. But it is important to have a laptop simply because if you are, for example, learning something, I learn graphic design, for example. Graphic design, I need a laptop in order to do that design. What advice would you give your first year self? Is send yourself out there. There are a lot of opportunities in campus, but it's until when you get out of your comfort zone, when you get out of your bed and go to explore. Attend these clubs, attend meetings, attend societies, attend clubs, attend events, make yourself known to the world, need to learn. By the way, campus is a place where learning is all around and not just within what your course is. You can learn even another course even for free by joining a club, for example. How do you manage mental health and stress as a student? Number one, avoid last minute study. Yes, you heard me. Avoid last minute study. And most of the lecturers usually give us the cards when you're approaching the exam. So when the exam is coming near, that's when you are going to study. And you're going to be frustrated. You are going to lose hope because you are rushing, you're not understanding. The exam is tomorrow. You have to translate the whole night and you get nothing. You fail your exams. After that, you get frustrated. You repeat that thing once again. Number two thing, you have to have supportive friends. It's important to have good friends, friends that care about you, friends that are willing to help you whenever you are in a problem. Because it sucks. Let me tell you the truth. Just challenge yourself each and every day. Make sure that at least you keep yourself out of your comfort zone. It's also important to read self-help books, reading non-fiction books, get to know about psychology of people. In campus, you get a lot of free time. And most of us usually keep on scrolling on TikTok, doing TikTok challenge, spending time with friends, but we don't even get time for us to read a book, and you don't have the money to purchase a physical book. You can even get to your phone, search for the book that you want, for example, the Atomic Book Habit PDF download, get it as an ebook, and read it at the comfort of your phone. That easy. Is it good to have a roommate or is it good to stay alone? I've stayed in the hostel, I've stayed with a roommate, I've stayed alone. So I got all the experience. And my best advice that I can give you, if you don't have maybe the capability to stay alone, you can consider staying with a roommate. But be very careful. This roommate have first to be somebody who you're free to. You can communicate openly with no judgment. A person who you will understand him or her, and vice versa. And if not, you can consider staying in the hostel. It's more peaceful. You won't have a lot of issues with a roommate. And if you have the capability to stay alone, why not? Would you advise handling difficult roommates? Advise that first you have to communicate openly so that you avoid this crashing and misunderstanding. And number two is setting boundaries early enough. Let them know what you take, what are your values, what you cannot tolerate. Let them know what kind of a person you are. Another question: how do you manage to film, edit, upload, and be consistent when handling academics? The answer to this is just having a plan or a schedule. Have maybe today I'm going to film, tomorrow I'm going to edit, the other day I'm going to upload. And another thing is breaking the task into smaller bits. I also draw motivation from my dreams to achieve, because even if the channel is slow and it's a small YouTube channel, my dreams of getting bigger also keep me pushing. Even if I don't want to wake up today and do this filming, I still do it because I want to make myself proud. I want to test myself. I want to challenge myself to do something better. And if it fails, it's better because I have tried it, but not keeping it away. What I wish I knew before I started university: scamming is real. I think most of people who have already gone into campus will agree with me that scam is real, and most of us were scammed money when we got into first year. Because one thing, we were hoping to get money, to get side hustles, to get online businesses. And the people who came to us were telling us, oh, I have a deal. It's very easy. You just going to register with 500 shillings, do referrals to people, get paid. All that is scam. All that is going to make you broke. Hey, I don't know how I can put things, because I have been scammed, and not a small amount of money. And if you have not been scammed, there is something that you knew and we didn't know, because scamming is real. And almost everybody in my circle was scammed. Please, going into campus, there's no such thing like you give me money so that I give you a job. The online work that is legit is one that you are making something. For example, you are creating a website for somebody, and in return, somebody pays you in order to make a website for that person. Or you, for example, if it's me who is your client, you are going to edit for me this video, and I'm going to give you money in return. Don't try this at home. Don't try it at school. If you want to get a side hustle, please get to learn a skill. This skill is what is going to provide the value, and this value is what somebody is going to exchange with you their money in order to provide this service. Take that YouTube tutorial, take that book and read, make yourself more knowledgeable, add value into yourself, and you're also going to produce value for the world, which is in return going to get you the wealth that you need. See you in my next video. Bye.